Titration by Yotin Bernard School English Program. Titration is an experiment conducted to determine the concentration of a desired solution through the neutralization of acid and base and the use of indicators such as phenolphthalein, methyl orange, and litmus. The unknown solution is called the titrant, and the known solution is called the titrant. In this experiment, 0.1 molar solution of sodium hydroxide is used to neutralize an unknown hydrochloric acid solution, and phenolphthalein is the indicator, in which its pH range is about 9.3 to 10. Equipment: (250 milliliters Erlenmeyer flask), inject bottle, beaker, (25 milliliters pipette and rubber), burette, stopcock, stand and burette clamp. Preparations: cleanse the burette with distilled water, then with the titrant, or sodium hydroxide. Open the stopcock and let sodium hydroxide flow out. Pour sodium hydroxide into the burette once again. Open the stopcock and let sodium hydroxide flow out, this time to get rid of the air bubbles. Record the initial volume of sodium hydroxide. Record the volume indicated at the lowest point of the meniscus, which in this case is 9.9 milliliters of sodium hydroxide. Pipette 25 milliliters of the unknown hydrochloric acid and release it into the Erlenmeyer flask. Put 3 drops of phenolphthalein into the unknown hydrochloric solution and swirl the flask, mixing the solution. Titration process. Open the stopcock to add sodium hydroxide and close it when the hydrochloric solution turns slight pink. When some parts of the solution turn slight pink, swirl the flask. The slight pink will disappear since the solution hasn't yet reached the end point. Keep adding sodium hydroxide and swirling the flask, and when the endpoint is near, add sodium hydroxide in droplets. The endpoint is reached when the solution turns permanently pale pink. Record the final volume of the sodium hydroxide solution. This case is 35.7 milliliters of sodium hydroxide. Result: we used for about 25.8 milliliters of sodium hydroxide per 25 milliliters of unknown hydrochloric acid in trial 1. In trial 2 we used 25.7 and both resulted in pale pink color, so the average was 25.75 milliliters of sodium hydroxide. In finding the concentration of hydrochloric solution, we used the multiplication of the molarity to the volume, yielding the molarity of hydrochloric solution to be 0.1 molar. Conclusion: our titration between the sodium hydroxide and the unknown hydrochloric solution resulted in the neutralization of the two when 25.75 milliliters of sodium hydroxide is used to neutralize 25 milliliters of hydrochloride. At the end of the experiment, the indicator phenolphthalein turned the solution into pale pink color, indicating that the endpoint has been reached and the solution has been neutralized. Group members include Vasin, Chattarin, Nichakorn, Sariya, and Natthasorn of M.5/13. Thank you for watching.